Frank West is back. Hashtag Frank is back. Dead Rising 4 was shown off. It was already rumored and talked about that Dead Rising 4 was going to happen, and it was going to have Frank West, so this wasn't a big shocker to me. This was just confirming that all the rumors were true, and it put a big-ass smile on my face because it was tons upon tons upon tons of gameplay, showing the lunacy and the crazy-ass bullshit that you'll do in Dead Rising, which is essentially one of the trademark things about it, is how over the top it is, despite being a horror game where you're running around in a world that's infested with the shambling undead that are trying to go and nom nom on your head meat and turn it into candy. And this is one of the few games I can think of off the top of my head that is going to be kind of Christmas themed. So I'm assuming that all this shit is going down maybe, possibly on Christmas Eve, maybe on Christmas Day, more likely on Christmas Eve. But this will be kind of cool. This will be one of those games that I'll want to go and play annually if that's the case, because there isn't too many I can think of. I mean, Parasite Eve always comes to mind, but still. But Frank West officially, within the storyline of Dead Rising, hasn't really been around since Dead Rising 1, if you think about it. Now, most people would say, what about Dead Rising 2? Think about it. All that shit, the whole off-the-case shit, that wasn't even canon. That wasn't a part of the actual storyline. It was like a big what-if type situation and scenario. Which, granted, it built upon all the stuff from Dead Rising 2 and did a lot better. And the honest truth of the matter is everybody wanted Frank West anyway. Because, I mean, you know that he's covered wars, you know. I mean, that's... You do know that, right? You do? He's a photographer? Click, click, click. You do? You do? Oh, that's fantastic. Alright. Yeah, you're... Alright. So, Dead Rising 1... fucking phenomenal. One of the first games I got from my 360, one of the best games that I got on the 360, one of my favorite Capcom games. I fucking love Dead Rising. I mean, it's a gigantic ass mall, and you're running around killing everything. I was like, this is exactly what I always wanted out of a Dawn of the Dead video game. Minus the remake with that stupid fucking zombie baby that can eat buckets of boiling shit. Deep fried or just serve it up raw. Don't give a fuck. Just have yourself a helping or two and just stay the fuck away from me. But looking at all this, so, okay, to begin with the vehicles that they were showing off, the first thing that I had seen that caught my attention was like, are you telling me that there's a vehicle that I can start shooting at zombies like a cannon and parts of zombies like a gun and just fling them miles away and shoot them at enemies? Yeah, I'll sign up for this shit. Now, granted, this kind of harkens back to the Saints Row games, because they have something like that. Drive around, start scooping up people, and then shoot them off like cannon. But this is doing it with, you know, zombies. Still, the idea of that always resonated with me, because I would love to have a car like that. As a matter of fact, why they never include some shit like that within Twisted Metal, I have no idea. Or Carmageddon. You never know. You never know. But they had that vehicle in there. Then they had this little dune buggy type thing. I couldn't, like, there was so much electricity shooting out from it, out of, like, every single part of the car. I couldn't tell if it was a dune buggy, or if this was, like, one of those little fucking hover-rounds, minus, like, the old people were like, look, I can go to the Grand Canyon now. And I'm like, yeah, good for you. And like, you're on a fucking hover-round, so, like, it looked fucking ridiculous. Those commercials are fucking stupid. I'm probably gonna get up. Anyway, so driving around that, there's this other thing, I don't know what the fuck it was. It was ridiculous. It looked like some kind of transformer with all sorts of fucking, like, knickknacks and doodads and other holiday shit that was just strapped to it. It was gaudy and ugly as fuck. I mean, it was sinful, basically, how goddamn ugly it was, but it was just driving around and wrecking everything. Didn't matter what was showing up, just death to death, I guess. They're zombies. I mean, zombie lives matter. There was a Triceratops mask at one point that he was wearing and fire was shooting out of it. Okay, he has Jurassic Park masks that are flamethrowers coming out of his fucking face region. That is fucking awesome. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Dinosaurs shooting fire out of their mouth, and I'm wearing that shit on my fucking noggin. I'm just running around all over the place, torching a whole bunch of undead, and it smells the fucking hell back. Glad smell-o-vision is not a thing. This game would fucking suck. It would reek, it'd be terrible, and just no one would like it. Also, Dying Light would probably smell really bad. You even see, like, the flies and shit going around, so yeah, it's just bad. That's it. What else? He had a thing of power armor. I noticed that, and I was just like, oh, I'm getting all these Fallout vibes a little bit. But he's running around, and just wrecking the shit out of these things. I don't know where the fuck you're at within the world of Dead Rising and how you're getting like some kind of prototype super suit that's able to go and just destroy shit, but he had this big ass fucking hammer and is swinging this shit around, destroying things. It was Dynasty Warriors. That's what it felt like. Dynasty Warriors motherfucking Undead Edition starring Frank West. Covered wars, you know, and you're just decimating any single fucking zombie that is just gonna go and roll up on you, dead, smash, splat, everything just flying all over the place. I was like, you know what? Ching, ching, all for that shit. I cannot forget about the candy cane gun. I mean, this essentially looked like it was like some kind of bolt action, like, bow gun, but it was shooting at gigantic candy canes that were pinning motherfuckers. And that, to me, is great. I mean, how else can you truly ring in the new year and truly invest in the holiday season and feel all that holiday cheer unless you're stabbing motherfuckers with candy canes? And no, this isn't Silent Night, Deadly Night, or like that one movie, Jack Frost, which has the most ridiculous sex scene in all of horror movies. But that gun made me happy. It also kind of reminded me of Dead Space. So yeah, and that's a good thing. That's definitely a good thing. But the whole hashtag Frank is back, yeah, whenever I go post this video, I'm going to have to put that somewhere on there. But this, this was, again, another one of the best games I'd seen during the Xbox conference. I was just like, oh my god, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just glad that it's a return to form. Like, I skipped over Dead Rising 3, did not get to check it out, because I didn't get an Xbox One until, like, not that long ago. So I've not gotten to play it. I was never seeing it for cheap at all. Like, I'm pretty sure it's on PC, isn't it? It's on there? Right? Pretty sure? I'm doing all this shit off the top of my head. Fuck off, I'm allowed to go and forget some things here and there. But I played Dead Rising 1, played Dead Rising 2, played Dead Rising 2, AlphaOmegaSin, and now I want to play this one. Big time, because it's Frank West. He's a fucking awesome-ass character. I mean, he even got to show up in the Marvel vs. Capcom universe. That's a testament to his greatness, quite frankly, and it's more undead to go and destroy. I mean, granted, the whole zombie thing is overdone to hell and back, but Dead Rising does it in such a way that it's just mindless brutality. It's carnage anywhere and everywhere, and it's fun. That's the thing that I like most about it, is I've always had fun playing the Dead Rising games. I don't know if there's going to be any kind of psychopaths that are going to be running around, or if they have new types of enemies that are going to chase you down, you know, like they do in like Dying Light and Resident Evil and like Left 4 Dead and tons of other fucking games that have zombies everywhere. So will it be just zombies, or they have other shit? And it also seemed like, holy fuck, they have so many more zombies in this game. Like, there's a couple of points, he's standing up on a bus and he's shooting into a crowd and it's just like, just everywhere. Like, fucking hundreds upon hundreds on screen. I was just like, this makes me so fucking happy. I want to go through with, like, a shopping cart with knives on the front, like, fucking Al Bundy and shit, doing the supermarket sweep and shit, and just, like, mow them down everywhere. Or get a Zamboni, or get an actual riding mower, and then just, like, literally run them over, and it can be like that one really awesome kill in Sleepaway Camp. Was it 2 or 3? I forget. Anyway, I've made so many fucking references to horror movies and other fucking random stuff. Who the fuck cares? It's Dead Rising 4, it's Frank West, Frank is back. I'm happy as a pig rolling in shit with a big old fucking sausage hard on. Fuck yes to all this. E3 shall continue, got many more videos to record, so check them out, I guess. Anyway, this is AlphaOmegaSin, as always, nerds, nerdettes, and gamers game. The fuck off!